on to page 4 and 5, and that is a spread there, and we can see the headline there is "Shock as Children Grope in the Dark in Search of Knowledge." Now you can see there pictures of different timings of when children are going to school. The first picture there is at 5:37 a.m. in Pipeline Estate in Nairobi. You can see there a child going to school. And then there's another one at 5:33 a.m. in Daima Estate. You can see a school bus going round to pick children to take them to school, as well at 5:57 a.m. inside Umoja Estate in Nairobi. At 6:01 along Pewa Street, Umoja Estate, Nairobi, we can see children walking, and there's a picture, a close-up of a picture of a boy who is, I think, 5 or less there. And the story there is parents wake up children in the wee hours in a rush to beat traffic and get to school on time. Bus number 10 of Riara Primary School in Nairobi snacked its way from a virtually empty Mombasa Road to the eastern bypass before branching on to Outer Ring Road. It was 4:37 a.m. and Nairobi had not woken up, save for the early matatus that drop off drunkards and are boarded by the early risers there. The bigger interest is getting the children educated. If we had a transport system that would enable them get to school at 8 a.m., we would even pick them out at 7:30 a.m. That is a quote there by Kenya Private School Association Chief Executive Peter Ndoro. So what exactly do you think about this story? We can see there is a take of a few people to the right of that story on page 5. Do you think it's right to wake up children in the wee hours of the morning to school? We can also ask you the same question, our esteemed viewer. Do you think it is right to wake up children in the wee hours of the morning to school? You can always tweet your reactions. The hashtag to use is We Can Express. Tweet it directly at Ashley Missouri or at KTN News. Now, just to sample a few of those responses, Jared Otieno, he's a shoemaker, says it is dangerous and not safe for the kids. My children wake up at 5:30 a.m. and leave at 6 a.m. They are two, so at least they watch over each other. For girls, it's more dangerous. We have rapists in the city. That is Jared Otieno reacting to that question. Mary Wanga, who is a marketer, says not safe at all. The children also get fatigue because of less sleeping hours, and by that time they get to class, they can't even concentrate. My child will not be waking up that early. Just a few more, maybe two. Collins Otieno, who is a businessman, says it is dangerous, not safe at all for young kids to wake up that early. I will not encourage that for my kid. Mine wakes up at 7 a.m. and leaves at 7:30 a.m. to be in school by 8 a.m. Of course, you can always get your other reactions, react to this issue. Shock as children grope in the dark in search of knowledge. Of course, if you want to get to know more on these stories, you can always get your copy of the Saturday Standard. Now, let me just move on to the Saturday Nation. Excuse me. And the story there is ODM will go, I beg your pardon, will go it alone if pushed, says Raila. Now, that is also one of the stories making headlines in a Saturday Standard. And just a few pointers. Leader